Hi everyone. It's the end of November in a town in northern Canada called Norman Wells, and here we are just outside of town. I just wanted to do a quick video as it's hovering around minus 36 Celsius, so a little bit chilly out here. But I just wanted to do a quick video about the type of forest and trees we see in this area, and it really speaks for the resilience of these trees up here. It's quite a harsh environment. We're looking at possibly 2/3 the way up of the Northwest Territories towards the Arctic Ocean. And here we are in a black spruce dominated forest, and you can see the trees are all quite small compared to their southern counterparts. This would likely, it's hard to tell on some of these. I apologize, it's late November, covered in snow. Identifying trees is not easy, but this is kind of when I could get out here. So yeah, so the trees are quite a bit smaller, as you can see, and we're looking in this area maybe a maximum of 20 feet on some of these taller ones. So quite a bit smaller. Trunk diameter maybe limited to 4 to 6 inches in this area. This may be a little wet in the summer. Again, it's a little hard to tell. We have willows and some birch, it looks like, possibly here. Yes. So quite a fascinating ecosystem here, being so far north and so cold. However, the beauty of it is it's quite an amazing area. We have a ridge line to the east of town, and then the Mackenzie River, which I'll show you coming up here. So just kind of an idea of the type of forest we have out here. Again, it's quite cold, so I can't get too in depth. And we have, looks like, some alder here, some mountain alder, as you can see here. Try to shake something off. The alder cones here. And lots of black spruce, very, very dense. And this area would be certainly subject to forest fires in the summer, but unlikely that logging would be, well, no, I know it isn't. Logging is not a big kind of pressure here. Forest fires would be the thing. And here it looks like we have some white spruce here. Very short needles. And maybe a little bit taller here, these ones. These might be in the 25 feet range. And more birch. And this bark is just amazing, actually. And you can see some of the lichens. Some of the lichens growing on them. Just amazing. And I'm not the only one to pass through here, it looks like. But I don't want to mess up with anybody's trap line or anything. So I'll just stick to the snowmobile route here, which could possibly be a trap line. Also, we have tamarack here. Let me see if I can find a clear specimen here. Here's another area. Looks a bit more disturbed. Doesn't have any of the larger conifers. Just kind of an interesting area to see what grows back after a disturbance. And this would be very close to the airport in Norman Wells. And the funny thing is, you can't unless the ice road's open, which it isn't, at the end of November, you cannot go very far in Norman Wells in the winter unless you have a snow machine. So yeah, so we have a limited area that we can have a look at, but you can see here very dense regrowth of aspen, birch, alder, willow, all these types of things. Very dense, but quite stunted. Here's a nice example of a small birch. And all these trees may be 15, 20 feet high. There's one spruce, a little larger. And yeah, dominated, it looks like, by birch. But quite fascinating to see what grows back, and really kind of showing that the Northwest Territories is not just tundra. So this is very far north from my perspective anyway, and still a thriving ecosystem, albeit a little bit stunted, as you can see. Again, minus 36, you can kind of see why. A great example of, looks like birch and pop. Walk down here. I hope the camera's steady enough. And just an enormous river. And you can actually see the lights there. Might be able to zoom in. They are the oil exploration, or not exploration, extraction, kind of man-made islands in the river. Quite fascinating. And they don't seem to be doing a whole lot of causing a whole lot of issues in the river here, but anyway, we'll continue on. And we have some large spruce actually here on the bank. And this bank isn't too far down from the main town, maybe 60 to 80 feet, somewhere in there. And a lot of driftwood. I'm assuming that if we look up the bank, that the river comes up quite high in the spring. That would be actually something to see, the breakup. I'd definitely like to see that one day. But the ice, you can see, is quite a jumble on the river. But down here, right to the river here, in the driftwood, we have thickets of willow, quite dense. I'm assuming doesn't mind being covered in water at times. And we'll go right down to the shore here. I don't think I want to go on the ice. It would be a very unpleasant bath experience, I would think. But as you can see up there, we do have some fairly large spruce there. Protected from some of the wind, it looks like. And here we are at the edge, and we'll look back. Yeah, right down, here's the water line here. That's as far as I'll go, I think. Looking down the river, up the river to the north. This flows south-north to the Arctic Ocean. And here we are, looking back at the bank. And the town, you can see the lights, is right there. And here we are looking south at the oil extraction islands. Just a beautiful spot. Well, it's been fast, and I know not very detailed look at some of what's growing here. However, the cold and the snow is a bit of a challenge here right now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this absolutely amazing area. Thank you.